Muy buenas tardes, mi gente. Aquí con ustedes la comadre B with another episode of Comadriando aquí y con café. And today with me I have here not Marilyn Monroe, although very close to Marilyn Monroe. We have, introduce yourself, comadre.
Miss Jax. Hi, everyone.
Yes, she is one of my pinup sisters. So I will get into how I know her in a little bit. Before we do that, I wanted to give out my saludos to start. Like always, mine goes to my mom. I have no other fans besides my mother. Could go ahead and give out a saludo to whoever you want.
Oh, to everyone. To my husband, my kids. I want to say hi.
And I'm going to give you a gift. Usually I give tumblers. I know you do tumblers, right?
Yeah.
I have had the biggest issues finding tumblers. The lady that usually does them me cobra bien mucho.
Uh-huh.
And then the lady that was reasonable didn't like that I told her that she was like marking them.
Oh.
So then she just cut me off, and then I'm just like tumbler free. So I made these booths.
Oh, how cute! How cute!
It is a set. I call them Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh
Mira.
my goodness, how adorable! Thank you.
And I made them.
How cute!
So I hope you like Halloween. I hope you
do.
like ghosts, and I hope you like my gift.
Yes, thank you. They are very cute.
One day soon, if I become a known house notation brand, you got the first.
I got the first vintage.
You got the first. So yes, there you go.
Thank
Now
you. These are very cute, and yes, Halloween is mine.
Pull them out and remember me forever, or until they give out. Whatever. There you go.
Thank
Those are for you.
So much. Thank you.
Nicer than a tumbler, I guess.
Yes. Yes.
So I met La Comadre Jax in one of our pinup contests, the one at Hawaiian Gardens. But I had already been stalking her because she was just so freaking pretty. I was like, who is this lady? Wow. So then when I really seen her, it was like looking at Santa Claus. Like, you know, he's like there. You've heard of him. You read about him. You see about it. But like, they're really there. So I was like, can I have a picture with you? And she was like, yeah. So that's how we met. And here she is on my couch now. And I brought her here because to me she falls under the category of real people and like a celebrity to us. Like, she's always in the contest. She's on her number 10 magazine. So that is freaking huge.
Thank you.
And I will let her tell us about herself. Y pues a ver, comadre, who are you? What are you? ¿A qué te dedicas?
Joe.
Tell us everything. You don't look like the average Joe.
I've always liked to dress up, do makeup, Halloween. I mean, it goes back to when I was very little. My aunt, you know, she plays a big role in it. She's always said you cannot leave the house without your face. So, sorry, I could never even wear sweats. So that's why, you know, prim and proper every time. But yeah, I mean, I got into pinup just recently, literally like maybe 8 months ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you were doing this for like ever.
No. Makeup and all dressing up for Halloween, years.
Yeah.
I mean, years. My poor husband, he's the one that'll, you know, go along with me and guess what, we're going to be this year. Okay, you know.
That's him. See, he already knows. You don't got a choice. Just shut up and go with it.
You don't have a choice.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, I've had many times being just creative. Pretty much is pretty much what I do, is just to create. I do have my little side business. It's called Crafted by Jax. I do tumblers, shirts. My passion is designing logos, designing, you know, anything with designing online. You know, that's been a big passion of mine. And pretty much I just started. I was at a car show once. My husband was taking pictures, and one of the photographers, and very sweet photographer. Hello, Renee. She's very, very sweet, down to earth. She's the one, you know, pulled me and said, hey, I want to take a picture with this car, and that's where it started. You know, I got comfortable with it, and I was like, oh, okay. You know, and then I met Mitzi as well. Hi, Mitzi. I met her, and we did a photo shoot, and at the Zimmerman Museum that they're actually going to be closing soon, which is very sad, but they are going to be closing it soon. And I've just gone from there. You know, Mitzi was my first professional submission to a magazine, and it went to Retro Lovely. Hot rods for pinup and hot rods. So that was a big one, and I made the cover.
When you got it, what were your thoughts?
That's me.
Yeah.
You know, pretty much. I was like, oh, okay, that is me. You know, I just, you know, that maybe that's when it hit me that I was like, oh, okay, I can actually do this. You know, this isn't that bad. You know, it's what I like to do. I like to create. I like to be creative with my makeup, with, you know, with my outfits. Even my poor daughter, when she was younger, if she had watermelons on her shirt, guess what? Watermelons in her hair, on her socks, everywhere, and make sure the hair was slicked back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much, I've always been into fashion. You know, when I was in high school, I was a very plus size girl growing up, and I don't, you know, regret anything of it. It's made me who I am today. I did get into a very serious weight loss so that I can actually, you know, feel confident, feel comfortable. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be thin to be confident.
Yeah.
It's all from within. But I was in a fashion show when I was in high school, and I liked the directing and all that stuff. You know, I look back and laugh now because I'm like, oh wow. But yeah, I mean, I've always loved fashion. I've always loved makeup. I've always loved creating and being creative. So that's what brings me into.
When you brought your magazine, you got it. First, you look online, right? Whatever they tag you with it.
Yeah.
What did your husband say?
He didn't really say anything. He was pretty supportive. You know, the pictures were pretty decent. You know, they were classy. They were not, you know.
Yeah.
I wasn't exposing anything but legs, but I can't hide those sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, he was like, oh, cool. You know, my husband's very quiet. You know, very, you know, soft-spoken, pretty much. I'm the loud one. But yeah, he was very supportive. He was like, yeah.
Was he like all excited too, though?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's like, do I get my own copy? I'm like, yeah, you can try.
I'll sign it for you.
Yeah. And then I ended up on a deck of playing cards. That one like hit me hard because I was like, I'm on
an actual deck.
A deck.
Oh, how cool!
I'm on a deck of playing cards. I'm like, oh, okay. You
How many poses were they? Different ones?
It was 2 poses. And it was super cool because, I mean, all the other girls have been doing it for years, and I literally just
walked into
it. It was kind of, you know, I just walked into it.
I thought you were doing this for a long time.
I always wanted to. Always wanted to. And I was like, oh, I'll do it one day. Maybe one day, you know. But I was always too... It goes back to being, you know, embarrassed, you know, and that, you know, mentality of just being embarrassed of being a big girl and being tall. But now
you're tall. How tall are you?
5'7".
You are. The picture we took, I'm like all little. I was like, man, I should have put my shoes back on. Yeah. Well, that's good though. I mean, you don't have issues at the market, huh?
I embrace it now. So I'm like, yeah,
I never reach anything. I'm just like, oh man.
I always, you know, mess around with it because I'm like, you guys need to tell mom in your life, see, because I can reach it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
no.
Yeah. No, I don't. Now I don't. I'm not. I became more confident.
Yeah.
In the pinup world, and I've met so many, you know, beautiful people. You, one of them, and just so encouraging, and people out there just very, very encouraging.
Yeah.
Do it. You know, my godson, he's another one. Like, that's my queen. You know, that's
yeah.
You know, very supportive.
Have you always had the blonde look?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I went maybe one time brunette. I think I was pregnant of my son. And yeah, never again.
Yeah. Oh,
I feel like I look.
It wasn't
mean,
you. Yeah.
And I am like, no, I don't look soft.
He likes me blonde.
Really?
So I've been blonde too since I was like 15. Right after my quinceañera.
Uh-huh.
And my mom wouldn't let me dye it. So I would put the peroxide in it,
Yep.
sun in it, and then my mom's like, "What are you doing to your hair?" And you know, you're stupid, so you think they don't catch on. I'm on nothing. So then I was already working, and at Subway we had a Sally's across the parking lot. So I went over there and I told her, the girl, I want to go blonde. And then she's like, well, you need to bleach it first. And I was like, okay, but what do I buy? So she's like, oh, you need to buy the powder and this developer, you know, whatever. So I was like, that's it? She's like, yeah, mix it. And I was like, all right. Well, I was expecting just a little lift. I got like you, but not even that color. You know how it's like that orange, the Lion King orange? Oh my God. I came out of the shower. My mom's like, ¿qué hiciste? And I was like, oh, nothing. Oh, my poor mom. I'm sorry, Mom. I used to keep that lady entertained, man. And no, then after that, she was just like, well, at least dye it right. And I was like, I don't know how. So I went and I bought blonde, but the orange just took over. Yeah. So I was just stuck with all kinds of blonde everywhere. And whatever.
To get this blonde is not easy.
It's a process.
Stylist doll. She's the one that takes care of my blonde. And the cheese mess.
Can't forget the cheese mess. No, I've been blonde since then too, and just about 3 years ago, I just, you know what, I'm just gonna let it happen. Yeah. And they're like, cause every 2 years I've been cutting my hair and I donate it to the cancer. Oh, yeah. And I have to go through a place in Portland because they deal with processed hair. You know how not everybody won't. They will. So I was like, okay, I told my stylist, just rapame and that's it, we're good. So she's all, yeah, just make me look like Justin Bieber, we're good. And she's like, hi, Christina's my girl. And she did. She buzzed me on the side, the bottom, and I was good. And then I noticed all my whites were in. And I've always liked the white. Like I was telling you, I love the white. You know Tongolele? Yeah. That was my idol since I was like able to recognize what nice ladies look like on TV. I was like, oh my God. So it came in and then I was like, man, you know what? I'm just gonna see where it goes. And man, it spread fast. I was like, see what you guys do to me between you and the freaking kids. And that's it. I just left it. Everybody was like, just be dark for a while. It looks good. It looks good though. And then my mom even tells me, when are you gonna go blonde again? Like everybody's so used to me. But it's like, nah, they tell me like my features pop out more now that I'm older with dark hair. And then this one's like, well, just go blonde. It's like, it's not about you no more. This is me. So yeah, no, I understand where you're coming from, the whole blonde. It's a life, like it's your identity after a while, huh? Yeah. I remember on my license, I would always put like brown hair. Oh. And then one time a cop's like, but your hair's not brown. I'm like, but I'm not really a blonde. So what am I supposed to put? Fake blonde? And he was just laughing. He's like, you know what? Get out of here. I was like, yes, I'm out of here. So yeah, no, that's cool. So you have the 10th magazine. Is it already out or
yes, it's out? Already out. It's Face It magazine. And they also did a whole interview on the magazine and a whole spread. So that was even a big plus. My 10th magazine was actually a big interview and a big, it's a big magazine.
That is so cool. Out of I'd say competitions, the contests, how many have you won? Because I see you with freaking crowns everywhere. I tell him I will beat her when I grow up.
I have four. Four? Yeah, I placed runner-up at Latin Gents car show. Leslie Ross won the Queen, and then that was my first one, and I placed second. And then the next one was Summer Nights with Truly Feliz out in Apple Valley, and I placed Queen.
Hey, comadre. Yeah.
And after that, which other one? Oh, was the 4th of July, Miss Firecracker. I made that one with the Las Carmelitas. And they did like an online type of contest, which was kind of cool. And then the recent one was with the Eddie Cochran car show. I placed Queen.
Time Blues 2024 is Miss Jax. guys.
I made queen twice.
Queen twice.
Yeah,
That's so cool. Did you ever think that was ever gonna be for you? No.
Like, oh my god, no.
Because this last time we're talking, like, how many is left? I'm all counting, like, damn, I think like 1 or 2. And then they call her, so what? I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh shit, they really called her? Like, what the hell? We were like, because she's like, is there 2 left? I'm all, I don't know, like, there's 1, 2, 3, there's
you
1.
Can see us talking on stage.
Yeah, we're so rude, huh? Jeez. And right when I'm on, no, there's 1 more. They call her, so, oh! I was like,
oh, it's me.
that was a good one. That was so fun. That was so amazing.
It did catch me off guard. I'm like, oh, okay.
Growing up, you said your aunt had a lot of influence over you. What would she tell you, or what would she help you, or?
I'm like, can that go on live? we would always have to have our face on. That's her biggest one. I mean, my aunt had these amazing hats, and then she had this closet, and you can just see it was like, well, I don't know if a lot of you remember Payless shoe store.
Yes.
I mean, that's what I thought her closet was. Like, shoes after shoes after shoes with the picture of the shoe. You know, makeup. You know, Revlon was always on her tocador. She was just, I always was like, oh my god, I want to play with her makeup. And, you know, I always enjoyed going in there, and that's when she started teaching me how to do it. She's like, no, instead of playing with it, let me teach you how to do it. And I was young, maybe 5, 6, around there. And
you pick up stuff.
Yeah, I just started picking it up, and then she would do floral arrangements. So it's funny, I do flowers. Every time I do flowers, it reminds me of my aunt.
Was she really old?
She wasn't old when she passed away. She passed away pretty early. And she was very, very outgoing. She was the life of the party. You know, she was a very one that oh, ahí viene Mari, ahí viene Mari. You know, everybody knew she was coming.
Oh.
She was a party. She was a party person. So every time I do flower arrangements, it literally reminds me of her. And I always tell my cousin, I'm like, oh my god, every time I'm doing florals, it's like I remember, you know, your mom every single time. But yeah, that she would have, you know, a whole in the front of the yard. She would put all her floreros, and there I am, you know, mi gordita, you know, making jokes with whoever came over and, you know, helping herself. Floreros for Mother's Day, for pretty much anything. So that's where I got my creative side. Also, I think a lot of it was from that. Mm-hmm.
That's so cool to have memories like that, though. Because a lot of kids don't bond anymore.
No.
Nobody cares.
It's a phone. They're always on their phone.
Yes, and that's what I like. My kid's 12. She don't like me at all. She don't care. She
don't like me.
Follow me. But see, at least you had that time. She's only 12, and I'm just like, hello, I'm still here. She's just like, I was like, the little one still loves me.
Yeah.
So I take that all in, and then the other one's like, why do you hug her so much? Ma, come here and I'll hug you too.
Yep, I have it. It doesn't change as they get older. Trust me.
Jeez, and it's just sad because you don't have those moments. No. I used to watch my nephews during COVID. And we had fun. We had our time. They would get real wild though, because they're boys, you know. Right, they're bien brutos and everything. But like I sit here now, and it's like 2 years, almost 3, and it's like so different. They're so grown, so different. You can't even get a word out of them no more. Nothing. And it's like, man, when I had them, even their little freaking schoolmates knew what I looked like in the toilet, because they were all over me, all of them. Cute. My daughter and my nephew are the same age. They're 6 months apart. And then I have Jimmy, he's like 2 years younger. So I would sit them in the kitchen table, and man, they used to piss me off. Oh, fuck. All they would do is mute the computer so the teacher couldn't hear them. But en chinga andaban allí, and then sneaking junk food and this and that. And then, like, right where the bathroom was at, you know, by the kitchen, I would go in the bathroom. Everybody would follow with their computers to go see what I was doing. I had all 4 of them. My little one was little, and then the 3, they'd be with the computer. I'm like, point that thing away from here. What are you doing? So it was good times. I miss all that now, you know. Now it's like we see them, they're just like,
Hey.
If I even get that, just like, what the heck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
But
times have changed.
Yeah, and it's
They're
sad.
different.
It's sad, and the memories are the ones that last, and they're cool to bond like that.
Yes, yes. And I have a lot of memories growing up, so it's like, those are good memories that I got.
She's from Palm Springs, guys. I didn't even know she was from over there. I was just like, where do you come from? She's like, Palm Springs. Like, what? I thought you were from here. I didn't know you were from so far. And she likes the heat, so we were kind of bonding over that because I like heat, but I'm old now, so I really don't like the heat. So growing up Palm Springs, obviously you've always been out there. You come out here. Are the people the same, or are they crankier out here?
Crankier out here.
They are, huh?
Yeah,
They suck
it's
over
a
here.
different,
Different
it's
kind
a
of
different vibe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Even when we go to LA, it's a different vibe. Same.
Over there, they're hostile though.
Oh yeah.
Right here, we're just rowdy.
Yeah,
I think.
there's a rowdy, and then there's over there. They don't care. They'll run you over. They don't let you pass. They don't care.
You have a daughter that went to school out there.
Yes.
Would you go visit her a lot? Or?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And she liked it.
She loves LA. Yeah, that's her place.
See. LA's good. Just be prepared. No.
Yes, be prepared. Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, she loves LA. She's very LA. Or my son's very desert. He enjoys his desert, his off road. So I have 2 and 2. I mean 1 and 1, not 2 and 2.
And your life out there, your husband, you guys are just content being in the desert.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so much growth now, especially with the new arena that they have, all these concerts and everything.
Really? Where's that?
Sure. We're bringing in a lot of concerts, a lot of
Because we've been out there twice. But yo no puro hotel miro. We took a detour once by where the cemetery's at. There's a little cemetery, and then there's like, pues hay puro cerro allá, right? Yeah. But it's like the little houses, and it looks real 70s in there. And I was like, man, okay, so there's this community, and then there was like a Del Taco and newer houses on that side. But that was it. I was like, where do people live here? Is it just like tourists? Like all hotels? Like, I don't...
It was a lot of tourism for many, many years growing up, but now it's gone, more family oriented. The towns are actually getting bigger. It's growing. With that big arena that we have, it does bring a lot of people in.
That's good.
And then we're noticing a lot of bachelorettes, more bachelorette
the girls
parties happen. More the girls. They come out there and, instead of going to Vegas and more of that, they come out there and have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they even did a big like rockabilly show out there too, huh? You hosted that.
I hosted that one.
How'd you host it? They told you, hey, you want to just host? Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. Fell into that one kind of too.
And what did you do for hosting?
Just pretty much hanging out with the DJs and kind of going around. They were doing raffles, and we were calling out, they were giving out so many nice prizes on that too. So we were doing the raffles. It was our first time opening it to the public. They usually get together. It's Anaheim Customs. They usually get together and they just basically close that whole Caliente Springs for themselves every year. And this time they opened it to the public. So that's how I fell into that a little bit.
Was it really big?
It was big. Not a lot of cars went out. Again, it was so hot.
Yeah.
And I don't blame anyone for not wanting to
When
go.
was this, like in June, no?
Oh, it was in June.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was really, really hot. So it was not until about this time that, people would start rolling up and cars would start cruising.
But a lot of the cars won't make it either.
They won't stay on long.
It's like the movie Cars with the old car. Like everybody's like, it's so pretty. It's like, it is, but they don't work.
It's just for show.
Yes. Like the other day, when we were leaving from the park, venían dos grúas. And I was like, oh shit, they're gonna like tow somebody. And he's probably the car's on the grass. And I was like, no, they're so freaking nice, And then I turned around and be nosy on purpose. I was like, let me see.
It was the
cars on the grass. I was like, no way. They have like freaking $20,000 paint jobs, and they're on a tow truck. Like, well, I guess they start from the outside in. Whatever. It was fun though. I was like, okay. cool.
Yeah.
I like the look
great.
where they have no hood right now. Have you
Yes,
seen those? They look so freaking cool.
Yeah.
I see. We were back there. My friend, the one you met from Stockton, she
Okay.
took pictures back there with Emma Electric. She had us with pictures, so she took one with a blue car back there, and it had no hood. And I was just like, this really looks really cool, even though it's like missing. Like, wow. Yeah, I know these people get rude. Have you ever had rude people tell you not to touch your cars, not to be by their car?
Yes.
And what do you say?
I said, okay, thank you.
Jeez. They started with like a mustard colored pickup truck. I don't know if you've seen it right by the bathroom. Yeah.
Oh, okay, right in the front.
Right in front of the bathroom. And that lady was just like giving us faces. So I was just standing there with them. It wasn't my turn. So I was like, whatever. So Emma went and asked if she can get in the door. And she's, I don't even want you by my truck.
Oh, wow.
So then Blanca got all, delete all those pictures then. And I was like, I'm just sitting there all awkward, like, what do I do? What do I say? So the photographer was just like, okay, I'm sorry, and but what else can you say?
What can you say?
But it's like they're just sitting in front. They weren't even touching the car yet, like at all.
Wow.
They were just taking pictures with it, and I was just like, how rude. And then they were all ladies right there. They just kept looking at us, and I was like, man, I'm not even in the mood right now. We're gonna like start scrapping down or something, man. And then I was like, I don't feel well. My hair is a mess. I don't even want to be in the heat right now. No, it was just like, man, I had like, well, I'm really new to it too, so I've never had somebody be all rude. So I was like, what the hell do I do? And then my photographer was nowhere to be found. Somebody, he's like, it was too hot and too bright. The pictures were coming out ugly. So he only took like 10. Liar.
Add a 12-pack to a 10 to.
Liar. So it was cool. We ended up meeting the back people, the Crusaders, and they were so different. They're like, go ahead, which one do you want?
It depends too on the clubs. Each club is different. I'm learning that too. Some of the clubs are very welcoming, very like, oh no, yeah, go ahead, take your time. Get on the bike. It's okay. I just did my first bike at the Cruise for Colors.
How was that? It's so different, huh?
So different.
Yeah.
I was scared. I've always wanted to, but I've always been like, I'm gonna drop it or tilt it over, but I'm like, oh no, they're not going anywhere. It's heavy.
Yeah.
So no, yeah, I had fun. I had fun with it.
I haven't seen those.
No.
You have them out?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look.
Well, actually, they made a magazine.
That's in the magazine?
The magazine's not out yet, but
they
did just tell me last week it made an appearance on the magazines too.
To let you guys know, the way these work is you cannot leak pictures.
Yes.
They do not allow you to leak pictures until the magazine is out. Or if you do and you're in the middle of a submission, they do not publish you because you already leaked the photos. So it's no good for them no more that everybody already seen them.
Yes.
So yeah, that's one thing that I'm just
really
like
really hard. Like,
well,
I want to post them. I'm like, I can't wait. Hold on.
I know, like he's doing the photography for us. We have a clothing line, like a T-shirt that we've been working on, so it's time to go.
Yeah. Right.
And I tell him, you're doing pictures for me anyway. Do them for other people.
Right.
So he started with our friend Blanco came down and Veronica, the other girl, Shally, Shally.
Oh yeah.
So I submitted those for them, and they all got the submissions were approved, so we got magazine. But you know how they release them like towards the middle of the month, so we're waiting on that. But I just tell them like, do something with it. There's so much like demand for photographers, and to do photography nicely. So yeah, it's like a change, but yeah, it's like you need to get on it and do something with it, And I love pictures too. That's why I was trying to do you had, remember the big pumpkin I had put a post about?
Oh yeah.
Because I wanted to fix in here. That's the main purpose of my studio, to do photography out of here. And I wanted to like literally bring in just pin up like that community to do that kind of you know. But there was a big shoot that went down last week. I don't know if that was the one, because you did one, and then there was another one in Ontario.
Yeah, there was one in Ontario, and then I did.
Okay, so you weren't with them.
No. No, not that one.
And then I got all discouraged. I was like, well, all the girls are going to them. Like, I'm not even gonna bother.
No, don't be discouraged. You'll be surprised.
Now I was like, whatever. I'm not doing
really
nothing.
Surprised, yeah.
But that's where I want to like focus on. So hopefully.
And a lot of people look for studios. They look for places. You know, like the one I just did again. Those I can't release yet. I did it in my hometown, which is Palm Springs, which was really nice with Maud. Hi, Maud. The lighting. I mean, the lighting, what she captured. I was like, oh.
That's the one where you're wearing your black bata, right?
Yeah.
With the fluffy right here. Mm-hmm. Those look so pretty.
Yeah.
She looks so pretty. Like you guys can't even see from where you're at, but she is so pretty. You just want to touch her. Like, can I just touch you? Yeah, no, they look really like elegant, real nice. Yes. You get the whole retro feel.
Yes, and I mean, she always uses, I guess, that condo. It's a gentleman, some condo that she gets, and it's very retro, very old school pinup. Housewife vibe. So, and it's for a clothing line as well. The clothing line is based out in Vegas.
Oh, how cool.
So, that's another, fun.
Yeah, Vegas is a lot of pinup out there too, huh? Oh. Like, who's that girl? Is it Dampha? Am I pronouncing it right? Do you know who it is? She's like pink. Everything's pink on her.
Everything is pink. Yeah.
Her hair's pink. Like, she's just pink.
Yeah.
I want to go there. Have you been to that store yet? Keep telling him we've been trying to get to Vegas all freaking year, and it's already like the end.
Saying let's go to Vegas, and
I think it's Dampha, Danfa, Dampha.
Yes, Dafina.
Is it Dafina?
Something like that.
I will post her anyway. Yeah. Her stuff's so pretty. Yes, I just love it.
Very pretty.
And then she has an accent. She's so cute. I love her.
Everything's pink.
Pink.
And like colors and stuff.
I want to do a makeup line.
Oh, okay.
So maybe you'll help me with my logo.
Oh, of course.
But, because I'm allergic to everything.
Oh, same.
Every freaking thing.
I'm allergic to everything.
Me too. But see, I had an issue with birth control pills about 7 years ago. Ya me moría.
Really?
Bad. And after that, just my immune system shot big time. I'm always sick. Everything, I'm allergic to everything, and it's crazy because growing up I was never like that, ever. My mom decía que era hija del diablo because I was never sick. I never had issues. Both my parents have really bad allergies. I never even knew what that was. I'm like, what are you guys doing? No, once all this stuff happened, it took me a year and a little bit over a half to get better.
Wow.
It was bad. It was so bad. I couldn't breathe. And it all started with a lump under my armpit. So I thought it was breast cancer.
Oh.
And man, it was all the side effects listed on the pill. The birth control pill. I got everything. And it was so freaking scary. My little girl was only 3 years old, so you could just imagine the freaking anxiety that I would go through every day, thinking like, man, I'm gonna die and my kid's gonna stay here, So no, after that, makeup I've wore since I was 15. I couldn't wear it no more.
Wow.
Make my eyes so red, they would like shut. I became allergic to eyelash glue.
Oh my goodness.
Another thing that I never had issues with, like I would go even get my eyelashes done. Never had issues. And then after all that happened, I went and tried to do them. Forget it. I had to pull them out that night. My eyelids were so swollen, like bloody already.
Oh my goodness.
I had to pull them out, and I was just like, man, last year I got tested for allergies because I was like, well, what am I allergic to? Man, I had like 23 out of 40. Every freaking bump was raised. It was raised up, and they're like, well, here's your report. Everything.
Oh.
So I'm just sitting here like, what the hell do I do then? I like makeup, but like I said, only certain things I can, because right away, my eyes right away. That's the first thing that get like I call it fish eye. They look like bubbles. Oh man, and they just burn and they hurt and they cry. Yes, yes. So it's like I want to do something, I guess it would be like vegan based, because I could do vegan y no me hace daño. So that's the kind of like makeup I want to do. Because I know there has to be other people out there. I cannot be the only person that suffers from everything. So it's like, but I've been working on it little by little. It's just hard, it's hard. You need money to make money. I don't have it like that. And then it's like, what really, like, you can't trust the company because you don't really know what's really in there. And then you can't go just test it. And then even though it says cruelty free with the little rabbit on there, it's like, is it really?
Is it?
Like I had tried like samples. Right when I put it on, same thing. My eye is like, you're lying to me.
Yeah.
You're lying to me, or you don't understand what I'm asking for, because this ain't it. Yes, so it's just hard. But no, that's my goal for next year. Okay. I've been working on goals. So this year I already smashed a bunch of them. Okay. Next year I'm turning the page and it's just a whole bunch of everything else. So it's like, where do I overwhelm myself.
Yeah.
But I just get anxiety. I think I'm going to die and I didn't do nothing. You know what I mean? It's like I get in this mood and I'm just like, man, if I die tomorrow, what did I do? What did I do?
Right.
And it's just... okay, let me get on something so I could say something.
That you did something.
Yeah, like that's why the other day I just turned a year here in my studio. I originally had it downstairs.
Oh, okay.
But this building, as you can see, it's old, it's run down. They don't care to fix it. So they're selling it too. And it's like, it stops us from doing a lot because it's like, I don't want to put in an air conditioner and then they keep it and throw us out.
Right.
We don't even know if they're going to keep the rent the same. If they bust it up, I'm not staying here.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do I do? So I just gotta roll with that. But I have my little shrine, like I said, and it's like big moments for me.
Right.
And
they're people for you.
Yeah, people always think like she's showing off.
No.
It's like, people don't show off. You need to be happy for everybody's wins.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
And then like, yo pienso está más feo when it's like, well, obviously it comes from a woman, but they always hate and it's mean.
Yes.
It's like, instead of cheering your sister on, like, why are you so negative?
Yeah. Exactly. There's enough for everyone.
Exactly.
I always say there's enough for everyone.
And on every level, because think about it. You have your look. I look nothing like you.
Right. Exactly.
Stand next to the girls we're with. Nobody looks alike. So what are you all weird for?
Exactly.
It's like, you and me, I ain't you. You got your stuff, I got mine, and work with what your mama gave you.
Exactly.
It's just, it sucks. And that's why, like, honestly, though, the pinup community has been good to me.
Yes, I can say the same.
And the first pinup that I was in, they weren't so nice. They were really, like cutthroat, like that.
Really?
And I was just like, I'm new here. Show me some love, man. You guys are like not making me want to come back ever. Yeah, it was just so different. Very, very different.
I was very fortunate. I had my first experience as a pinup was at Latin Gents, and they were all so nice. Everybody was really, really... I mean, there was, ones or twos here and there, but I mean, overall, they were very welcoming. They knew that I was new. They were very... oh, you're just going to do this and you're going to say this. And, I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah. No, mine, I was just like, okay, how did they even do it? Did they send it to me? Somebody sent it to me. They're like, you should just
do it. I get it.
Do the apply. So I was like, I'll fucking do it. I did it. And then they got me and I was like, oh my God, like what the hell? So yeah, saludos to Boulevard Bombshell. She's the one that hosted that one. Yes, so Amanda, yeah. So I was like, oh, and then I text her like, I'm scared.
That was me. I didn't know anybody. I don't know the community at all.
Me either. I didn't know anybody.
So Leslie rocks. Hi, Leslie. She was very, very sweet and was like, no, you just go out there, you do this, you do that. And very sweet. And then her mom, it was so cute. Her mom came up and said, you're her competition.
It's like, no, we're not. We're friends.
Competition. I'm like, no, but she taught me. She's still teaching me.
Yeah.
You know, on how to be more graceful on the stage, on,
Yeah.
you know, letting my fear go, because you do step out of your comfort zone up there.
Yeah, you get scared?
And, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's when I
She's
get
a
the
liar because you can't even tell.
It's when I actually get a microphone, not one of these. I don't know what I just get like a minute of stage fright, and then that's it. You know, and then it'll go away, but you know, maybe after 2 shots, but it does go away.
That's crazy. I would never think you would like. I'm really shy too. I really am. Yeah. And like, watch, she's probably laughing back there. Nobody believes me, but I'm shy. I'm a shy, secure person.
Yes.
If that makes any sense.
Exactly.
I'm very secure about myself. So there's never a time that I'm like, oh fuck. Like, no, like I'm sure, but I'm shy. Like, oh, they're looking at me.
Why they're looking.
And then once I warm up, like there's no stopping me. It's like you shouldn't have even invited me here because I don't even want to leave no more. It's done. So no, it's one of those things. It's crazy, but like I don't get embarrassed.
No.
I just need to know what I need to say. That's my thing, though. I'm like so on the spot. Like if
that day you were asking me, I was like, what did you say?
That's why I answered too. I was like, I don't know how to answer this. Like,
some of the questions I don't know what I'm saying half the time. I'm like okay, whatever comes out of my mouth at that minute, you know, because I'll prepare myself mentally prior,
and then you forget it.
When I get up there, that's not what I prepared to say whatsoever.
Yeah,
that's not at all it.
You should just start carrying the flashcards on. Like, hold on, people, let me read here. Yeah, no, it's crazy. The first time, like I said, the master of ceremony wouldn't let me talk. No me dejaba hablar.
Oh, no way.
And I was just like, well, I'm still talking. And she's just like, and I was just like, oh, okay, I guess it's done for me. That was just crazy. And then, like, after, you know how they take all the pictures. For you guys, this is how it goes. You go up there, every girl presents their story, their situation, their name. Then they judge you. Then there's waiting time, and then they announce whoever wins. Then there's a bunch of pictures they take of the winners, and then once they come down from stage or whatever area they're in, everybody else wants even more pictures because, oh my god, she won. Let me take a picture with the winner. So it's like really, really cool. But I didn't know that. So they're all over there, and I'm just hanging out with my friend Hugo. Hi. Because I have barely met him for the first time after being his friend on Instagram for 2 years, right? So he came to support, and I was like, oh, you know. So I'm sitting there all chismeando with him, comadriando right there, and the girl's calling me Brenda, and I hear Brenda for like a good 3 minutes. I'm not even playing. And then I even look at him, I'm like, damn, you're so rude. And he's like, no, damn, Brenda needs to turn around. So then I look, they were calling me. I was like, oh, I think that's for me to go over there. And then he's laughing, I'll be back. So I go over there, like, what? And they're like, we're taking the pictures. And I was like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, go over there. And I was like,
excuse me.
So I just stood there all stupid. It was all freaking hot too. So I was melting. It was an experience though, whatever.
Oh yeah, my first one was very cool. I cannot.
I was so discouraged though.
Oh, the first time?
Oh yeah. Yeah, and then esta Felicia was like, you go girl, and this and that, and I was like, okay, yes. And then Wendy, you know Wendy darling?
Yes.
También ella, you got this mama, and I was like, I don't think I do. Like they don't like me. And no, it was cool. Like I met them at a fashion show. So one of the girl that got us all, I talked about them the other day on the radio too. She's a fashion designer that goes to Shafi. And she was doing like the release of her line of clothing, and it was a final for her to do this. So she was looking for different body types to present her line of clothes. So that's where I met both Wendy and Felicia, because we all walked. Her name is Adriana. Her line. She's so bonita. So she was looking. She's all like rockabilly también, like the clothing, rockabilly pinup. So she chose us, and we met and this and that. So after that I was like, they're so cool. I'm not used to cool people. I'm used to haters. Like, they're just mean. So they're like all cool and do this and do that, and on the shoes big and little tips and stuff. And I was just like, oh, okay. So this is what nice girls are like, And after that, yeah, we friended each other on Instagram, and we're always, commenting back and forth and stuff. And when I started following Felicia, it's like a whole world of pinup. Like, she's in it, you know? So I was like, oh, shit. So then I think that's where I started following you. Literally every girl. And I was like, oh, okay. So then, yeah, they started throwing the invitations. You should sign up for this. They're taking, what's it like, the whatever. Go ahead and sign up for this. And I was like, okay. So, yeah, but it's a whole different world.
Yes.
It's a different world. Even like just the vibe being there. When you go with the essays, it's like,
more serious.
It's like, don't even look at me when you talk to me. It's like, oh, hi. So it's different. It's cool. I like it. I like it a lot. I think all the girls are really nice, and like you said, they're welcoming and they help you out, so you don't feel so like lame. Like, what do I do now? So yeah, it's one of those things. So you said you were a little chubby kid, right?
Yes.
So now you have all this confidence for yourself. For the girl, the woman that could be watching this, that wants to be out there but no se anima, what would you tell them?
Do it. Don't wait. Do it. Confidence it's honestly from within.
But if they say, I'm still too heavy, I don't want to.
I've been there many times. When I was even gordita, I still dressed
to impress,
regardless. I might be an hour too late, sorry, but
better late than ugly.
Exactly. I'm like, I could not leave without my face.
Yeah.
So, and that's my aunt. I can tell you, my aunt and my grandma were the ones that encouraged me a lot too. It doesn't matter if your size, if you're who you are, you go out there and you still strut your stuff. So I always dressed no matter what. I've always dressed up. I was not confident in certain times of my life, but that's something that comes from, with us women, that we go through so many mental imbalances, so many life changes, so many experiences that we go through. And like I always say, we all have a story. And sometimes our story might be the same as someone else. And it is a healing process that you have to go through. I was bullied as a kid. I was called meatball. I was made fun of. And now I say it and I'm fine with it. Where there was a moment, and even as an older adult, I couldn't talk about it. I would really get choked up. And I'm like, my God, that still bothers me when this, jerk of a kid called me meatball. He doesn't even remember who I am.
They called me meatball too. Really? When I was like in 9th grade, me decían albóndiga con patas. Yes.
I was since maybe 3rd, 4th grade. Yeah.
But see, I wasn't like chubby either. See, I've never been thin. I've never been
a size like small.
No, I think the thinnest I was when I got with him, and I was 110 pounds.
Oh wow, that's small.
I was 27 on my belt, and I was so proud of myself because I worked so hard for that. I was like, we did weightlifting at school, and then I would run, and then I would go to work, and I was still trying to do my workouts at work. So I was on it. I was so proud of myself. And then I go get with him, and all he does is take me to eat. There went that.
Es que te miró muy flaquita.
Yeah, he felt bad for me. Esta tiene cara de pediche, de hambrienta. No, but it was, one of those things. Like, when I was little, too, they used to pick on me a lot. Mm-hmm. And kids fucking suck. They're so freaking mean.
And then for me, it was, the other one was, I wasn't too, Hispanic enough for the Mexican crowd. Then I wasn't too white for the white crowd, I love everyone.
Why do you think I call everybody a comadre?
Yeah,
I cannot say girl. It doesn't roll off out of my mouth. I'm too Mexican for that. Hey girl, like it sounds fake to me. That's why it's like my comadre, like that's why they all like, well, who's your real comadre? And then I have one real celosa, right, Stephanie? She's always like, I'm her real comadre, because she really is. And then she even fights my sister. Like, you don't even count as her comadre because you're her sister already. But no, like, I feel the same way. I'm always too Mexican for the white people and too white for the Mexican people. La India Maria, ni de aquí ni de allá. I talk English and he corrects me. No, this and this. Like, anyways.
Yeah. It's funny because my kids will be like, Mom, how do you say this in Spanish? And I'm like, you're asking me. But I mean, I'm fluent, in Spanish. So that's why, it's funny that sometimes we'll be out in public and they'll turn around and look at us like,
because you don't look Mexican. Yeah.
I'm like, wait.
Even Blanca's like, is she white? I'm all, I don't know. I know she must be married to a Latino Mexican or something. Her last name's Gallardo. And then she's all, are you sure? I'm all, look at her last name. She's all, well, I just see Miss Jax. I was like, Blanca, stop trying to help me stock some more. So yeah, no.
Yeah, so my dad is white, and then my mom's Hispanic.
Oh, so, see, there you guys.
I was raised with novelas.
The novelas.
That's why my Spanish is like
really good.
To the T. Yeah.
Were you say your aunt and your grandma, is that your mom's side or your dad's side?
My mom's side.
So Spanish.
Spanish.
Oh, okay. See, now I have so many questions answered. Me too, being a chismosa, like, I wonder what. Well,
I'll answer all questions. I'm an open book.
Yeah, no. Well, it's just because you look white.
Yeah.
You look white. Like, your whole Marilyn look, you freaking spot on. My little girl's like, Mom, was that the real Marilyn Monroe? I was like, yes, she came from the dead just for you. And she's like, that's kind of creepy, cute. Mom. And I was like, she was here. It just suits you so well.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then you're like tall. Most Mexican Hispanics, we're not very tall.
No.
So it's like, is she white?
Yeah, that's where the length comes from.
Oh, see, people, I asked for you, so you didn't have to. See, now when you see her, you know.
You know the full details.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. So with all this modeling and everything, where do you hope to get?
I hope to. I mean, it's going so fast, with the magazines and, even photographers reaching out to me, can we shoot? And I just want to open it up to, women of all sizes and race, everything. Go out there and do it. Don't wait till you're my age and decide to do it, and get that courage. Don't wait. So I like children. Oh my God, little kids are my heart. I have 10 godchildren.
Wow.
Yeah, my oldest is 29 or 28. Sorry, Jacob. I'm a little old. But yeah, my oldest, he's about 29, 28. And then I got Vivian. She just had a baby. That's my next one down. But my godchildren are, they're all amazing. I try to, split myself as much as I can. It's hard, huh? But it's so hard. It really, really is. But a lot of it is, to inspire children too. It's okay to look different. It's okay not to be, like my coworker. She has her little girl, and she says that, people look at her different, and I'm like, why? Because she has curly hair, and, she's darker. And I'm like, but that shouldn't, but even now, you still see that. And mind you, she's in preschool,
Kids suck, though. I'm telling you, they're so advanced these days. The insults are like, how old is this freaking kid? Or is it a man at the bar? Like, how old are these freaking kids?
So a lot of that is just to empower women and empower your inner beauty. The beauty does come from inside. You glow differently when you feel different. When you feel good, you're glowing. When you that's pretty much it. When you feel good about yourself, you light up differently. Because I look pictures from back, when I was, going through depression and going through a lot of stuff that, women, we all go through. I was like, wow, that's me. Like, ew, what was wrong with me? But yeah, you weren't well. You weren't glowing.
Did postpartum get you?
Oh, yeah.
Because you have 2 kids.
Yes.
Which one do you think was the second one?
With the second one. Yeah.
And it was really bad?
It was really bad.
How long did it last you?
About 8 months. was very confused, alone. Like I didn't want to tell my husband anything. Like I didn't want to. I está loca, or whatever. It was just a lot of basically chemical imbalance that we go through. All our hormones are all over the place, and I finally said I have to get it together. I need to. I have 2 kids.
How did you come out of the funk? The baby blues,
The
they call
baby
it.
blues.
Yeah.
I started getting more active with my daughter at that time. She started doing softball.
Mm-hmm.
So keeping myself active
Busy.
and busy mentally has helped me so much.
Yeah.
I took a break on my Crafted by Jax for a minute and focused on myself basically this year, and this is where it's led me to where I'm at now. I decided, I think it's me time. I've raised my kids. They're older. I want to do something different than to, stress about, I need to go do this party, because I also do events.
Oh, okay.
I have to go do balloons here. I have to go pick up manteles. I have to go take them over here. It's a lot of me going everywhere,
but where you needed
me,
to. Yeah.
And I'm like, I need to focus on me.
Yeah.
You only got one of you.
And this all is something that's so important that we don't talk about.
Right.
Like, I don't know if you had heard about that case that happened. It was really big here in LA about 3 months ago. The lady that threw the baby out of the car.
Yes.
I think that was postpartum.
A lot of women, don't know what to do.
Yeah.
They're afraid. They're going to be judged differently because of it. I went through it.
And not only that, you don't have that support.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, who do you run to if your spouse don't give a shit?
Right.
Say you don't talk to your family, you don't have friends.
Exactly.
Because a lot of times when you go through pregnancies and stuff, you lose acquaintances because life continues for them, and you can't do anything no more. And they don't like you no more because you're not fun. And we're laughing, but it's it's the truth for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So then tomorrow comes around, you have the baby and you have nobody.
Yes.
So it's like, what do you do? Who do you talk to? And then you're already in this mental mess. You don't even realize you're getting worse. So you don't even think it's a problem. And then next thing you know, it's like the biggest freaking problem.
Yeah. It's where you start seeking drugs and you start seeking alcohol, and it doesn't get any better. It just spirals down from there.
And it sucks. But that's why I asked, postpartum, it's a big time depression, and people think, it's only like 6 months.
Oh, no.
It could go up to 2-3 years. Yeah. And being depressed, that's something else, and being lost in being a mom freaking sucks.
Yes. Yeah, they don't come with instructions. I had my first. I was very young. I'm like, oh shoot, what do I do? They don't come with instructions. You just have to go with it. And I've always been go with the flow. Just go with the flow. However, whatever life throws at you, accept the change, because everything's gonna change.
Yeah.
And then just go with it. I always say, trust the process. Trust the process. It's part of us, becoming who we are.
And it's so scary though.
Yeah.
It is so. I'm one of those that I don't like change.
Oh, okay.
I'll go with it, but it's like at the beach, where you put your foot in real quick,
Maybe not.
I don't know. I'll come back in 5 minutes. I'm not sure. No, and and it's crazy because then the things that I should think about, I'm really I just go for it. It's stupid. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me.
You're more of adrenaline.
I always say me aviento primero y luego me arrepiento. Fuck. Why did I do that? But we're already here. Whatever. It's done. But no, that's a good point, and that we're talking about that because it's balance. I always say balance. We always lose ourselves trying to be that spouse, trying to be that mother, trying to be the daughter or the sister. And where are we at?
We get left behind.
Yeah.
And one lady, she was 90 years old. She told me when she was at a doctor. I was at a doctor appointment, and she told me, she's like, "Excuse me," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm very talkative when we're in the doctor's offices and stuff." And she says, "I need to tell you something. For you to take care of yourself, And I don't know if she saw it in my face. You know, some of these viejitas, they can read you from like a mile away. And I don't know
It's
what she
experience
saw in
of
my face.
life.
And she just, you know, she touched me really softly on my leg and was like, I just want you to know it will get better, but you need to love yourself first. You can't show love if you don't love yourself. And it stuck with me because I'm like, this old lady, why? Like, why this old lady comes up to me? And there was the
But did she hit the nail on the head?
Oh yeah, it hit. Like, I'm not okay. I got it. You know. And after that, it did open my eyes to, hey, I need to take care of myself. I can't show my daughter how to love if I don't love myself. I can't show my son how to love if I can't do it. So as soon as I'm a very loving person, but it's different because I don't love me. You know, at that specific moment in life, I didn't love me. So now it's like, hey, I love me first. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know, and it's different now. It's I don't think about, you know, anything. I just do it. You know, I do it on impulse. Now sometimes it's like, okay, we're going here. He's like, what? You know, my husband's always like, where are we going? Like, yeah, either you go or I go.
Yeah.
Take your pick. He's like, okay, let's go. You know, so, you know, the kids got used to it. The kids sometimes will turn around and I'm doing my makeup and they're like, whatever. You know, they're used to my spontaneous ideas, you know, randomly throughout the day.
But it's fun,
It's
right?
fun.
Just last night I was telling him, I bet you being my husband's so fun. And he just laughs. He's all, I guess.
It's not boring.
Think about it. Like, compare me to any one of your friends' wives.
Exactly.
Nothing. But did you die or is it boring? No. It's all safe. It's
Mine's
with
the
my
same.
kids.
It's
Vámonos.
safe, it's classy. You just, you know, my husband's the same. He's like, I always tell him, like, ride or die? He's like, yeah, I guess. We're still doing it, right?
How long you guys been together?
Since high school. 27 years. Married 26. Sorry. I'm married 26 together, 27. So
It's up there.
It's been, you know,
A roller coaster.
a roller coaster. We grew up with each other.
Yeah, that's how I tell him. We finished
We're
raising
raising
each
each
other.
other. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was already married and I wasn't even old enough to go in a bar. How stupid.
That was my
huh?
husband. I was the older one.
Oh, you're older than him?
Yeah.
No, we're all married and walking up late. His friend from work had a party at a bar right here in San Dimas. So we're going all excited, and right when we get to the door, like, you can't come in. I was like, why? They're like, because you're not 21. I was like, but I'm married. They're like, so what? Get out of here, mocosa. I was like,
Yeah, that's not fun.
like, just bring the party out here. We'll drink out here and dance out here. Who cares? They wouldn't let me in.
Really?
No, they didn't give a shit that I was married and everything else. They're like,
You're all fine. I'll have my own party.
I was like, we didn't even have our own party either. I was all sad. We just went home, Mom. Picked up some chili cheese fries from Del Taco and went home. Like, it was sad.
Aw.
But it's all right, I guess. It's worth it. It's fun.
It's fun.
I guess. I have to. I can't see behind the light, so I'll say
So
that.
we're waiting for the cameraman to make a comment.
It's been a roller coaster. It's been an experience.
That's
We've been together since shit. Well, I met her at her quinceañera.
Oh wow, okay, yeah. So since high school, long time.
Yeah, that's why I always say, I'll just deal with him. I'd
And
rather
he's
deal.
more quiet, huh?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's like the way you
Mine.
explain it. Yeah, same thing. He don't. When
Mine's
he's
a-
mad though, forget about
Oh
it.
yeah, no.
But it takes a little bit to get him there.
I think I've done the best job getting mine upset. So
Yeah, I was
I
just
know how
talking.
to touch the right button.
Yeah, I was just talking about that with the girl that was here, the Erica. She's an author. She has really nice colored eyes. They're like hazel, kind of green. He has that effect too. But when he gets mad, they look green.
Oh.
So I was telling her, do yours change with mood? She's like, yeah. I'm like, I keep them mad on purpose just to see the green
You
for
want
a
the
while.
lighter.
Yeah, and it's like crazy, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's fun. 26 years, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's a long time, and then to stick together. People don't
No.
like marriage no more.
Mm-mm.
They like divorce and fun.
Yes.
And lies on Instagram.
Yeah.
I always throw that out there because it's just hilarious to me.
Exactly.
They're like, "What's up with you?" And it's like, you're all hugged up on your profile picture. What's up with you? Don't worry about me. Worry about you. I know this is straight out of left field, but since it's Halloween, do you believe in ghosts and
Yes.
spirits and witchcraft and all that?
Yes.
Have you had any experiences?
I think I have. You know, I always say my grandma. I always run into this owl. Same time of year, same area. You know, if I was at my sister's once. My sister was like, "I've never seen this damn owl ever," and she had been there like 10 years or something. And I'm like, "No, I feel it. Like I know it's somebody." You know, and I keep saying it's either my grandma or my aunt, one of them. You know, and it's always during the times that I'm going through something like difficult or something like heavy, and there you see this damn owl and they don't move. It'll just keep looking at you. And I've even freaked out my kids when they were younger because there would be an owl right on the mailbox, and they'd be like, "Why is that owl doesn't even flinch, doesn't even move or anything?" You know, I would be close to it and nothing. So I've always said this owl. You know, when I bought my house, 45 years ago, where we're at now, I want to say the week of, I went to the backyard and there was this owl on the fence. And I'm like...
Is it always the same color?
It's always the same color.
What color is it?
It's like a grayish, brownish, and then you see the white around the eyes. And I'm like, am I losing it? And then I'll go call me one of the kids or whoever's there, like, "Hey, come and look." Like, "Oh, Mom, you and your freaky owls." Like, so it's always been an owl that I always say, I'm like, that's somebody. I'm not sure who, but it's someone.
That's crazy, huh?
Mm-hmm. So, yeah,
They say that supposedly family or loved ones always come back in a bird form.
Yeah. Because I looked it up, you know, because me and my aunt were always with hummingbirds. Me and my aunt had a thing with hummingbirds.
My grandma, yeah.
And, you know, that brings me to fond memories. So that when I saw the bird, I'm like, maybe it's my tia, you know, I'm not sure, but yeah, then, and it doesn't move, I can get close to it and it won't move, won't flinch.
Aren't you scared it's gonna scratch you or pick at you?
The adrenaline, de no ser caso.
Yeah.
I go close to it and it doesn't fly away or nothing. My husband will go close to it or the kids, and there it goes. You know, I go close to it, it does not move. It's like... It's
there for you.
Yeah. And it's always, and it'll be random places. I'll be driving, you know, through the long desert or whatever, and then all of a sudden I'll see one in the middle of the street. I'm like...
But then do you get comfort thinking?
Then I feel like, okay, in my head, it's more like, okay, I'm on the right path.
Yeah.
Like, I got you. Thanks. You know? So, I'm like, whoever's trying to send me the message, I'm like, yeah, you're doing a good job.
It's crazy because when one of my aunts read about that or heard about that the birds, that people when they pass away and they're like your loved one or a close friend, they come back as birds. My grandma would say, "Voy a venir para atrás como chuparrosa." So we're like, at that point, my grandma wasn't really sick. So it's like, grandma, be quiet, get out of here. And she's like, "No, for reals, I'm gonna come back as a little bird and I'm just gonna be around you guys and whatever." And then as she started getting sick, because she was always sickly, but you know, she was sick, stable, and then she would get really sick and then stable again. Well, when she really got really, really sick, she told me one time, she's all like, "Ya mero voy a venir como chuparrosa, okay?" And I was like, "Grandma, just stop." And you know, you don't want to think about it,
right?
But you see them. Yeah. She's all like, "Tú me buscas, voy a estar allí flying around." And I was like, "Ay, Grandma." Now, like you say, oh my goodness, every time I have like a heartache, I'm like crying for days, or I'm in a mood, or just things ain't right, siempre se aparece un little hummingbird. And I always tell the kids and this when I'm like, "Look, my grandma's here."
Yeah.
Or even the kids know now, like, "My grandma's outside." And I'm like, "Liar." And just a couple weeks back, like 2 months ago, I was having issues myself and I was just like crying every day. there was that little hummingbird.
Yeah.
And then it was crazy because the next day I had a doctor's appointment and I seen a pickup truck just like my grandpa's.
Oh, no way.
Just like my grandpa's. And those are not a common
Right.
freaking truck. I have it on my thing. Man, I started crying even
Oh.
more. I was like, okay, now this is 2. I'm gonna be okay, you
Right.
know? It was, the truck is like a freaking deep, like navy blue, but it's like an old, like a GMC, those square bodies, but the back had like the round wheel with a camper. Like, how coincidental was that?
Yeah.
Same freaking truck. I was just like, oh my god. I even sent it to my sister. Look, show my mom my grandpa's princess. He used to call her La Princesa. And oh man, I was just bawling on my way back. Like, I even turned again to like, am I seeing this for reals or am I tripping? And I was like, oh, I'm just crying to the doctor. Everybody's looking at me. I'm just like, I'm fine. I'm gonna be okay. My grandma said so. My grandpa said so.
That's exactly how I take it.
So that's so crazy. Yeah, no, it was.
And sometimes, like at home, I'll feel like there's wind. It's like behind my back, or and I'm home by myself or whatever, and I'm like, what was that? It's just like a cold wind, and Palm Springs isn't cold. So.
Yeah, at work you never see stuff.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
I think that's why I have a thick skin when it comes to like that. I can go up to caskets with no problem. I can do anything. I can touch them. It doesn't fear me. I'm not scared. I think I have really, really tough skin because of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like spirit stuff, you've never seen like a freaking ghost?
Well, at work, we have one floor that they say is haunted, but I mean, it's always one room and that floor, and nothing's ever really happened since I've been there in that floor, but you hear all these stories, from that specific room at that floor, and, people. So I try not to go in that area. But yeah, they say that.
You work day or night?
Day.
Day. Oh, well, it's a little bit less scary in the day.
Yes, very, very, it's different.
At night, any hospital's freaking scary, huh?
Yes.
I don't like hospitals too much. They're scary. And then when it's quiet, that's when it's real eerie.
Why not?
It's like, I'd rather hear machines and people coughing at least. Like, I don't care. Give me some noise, and it's just quiet. It's like,
you hear the hallways just silence.
You could hear your own footsteps. That's scary to me. I get all... Yeah. All right. Well, there we got into all that. Is there anything you want to add?
No.
This is your interview, and I don't feel like I interviewed you too much. We're just...
Comadriando,
yes,
right?
Yes.
No. Like you answered it. I mean...
I asked you everything.
You asked me everything. I think I answered everything.
Yes, yes. Would you ever be an actress? If they threw a line at you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would? See.
Well, yeah.
Hit her up, guys. She's ready and willing, and she's so pretty.
Well, yeah.
She needs a star. You're gonna be at the show this weekend?
Yes, I'll be there Saturday.
It's what is it? The Hoffa?
The Bo Hoffman.
I would say Hoffa. I tell them, hey, everybody's going to the Hoffa, but we're in the middle of fixing the freaking car, so I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Oh.
But I was like, I want to go to the Hoffa. He's all, what the hell is that?
Where are you taking me now?
The Hoffa. I even told Shelly earlier, like, I don't know, I don't think I'm going to the Hoffa. She just put LOL. I don't know if she understood.
She thought, oh, it's a typo.
It wasn't a typo, guys. I've been calling it the Hoffa.
That's the Bo Hoffman.
You're coming then?
Yeah.
You're not in it though, right?
No.
Then did you do the Jess Ranch? Did you make it to that?
Which one?
In December? In Apple Valley?
No. I didn't.
You didn't apply for that?
No.
I did. I'm
you
gonna
did?
go to that one.
Oh, yeah.
That's my last one.
Uh-huh.
I'm not doing there.
No more.
That's it. I'm done. 2024 was about to see what was I gonna do with this, and I already got my little sash, so I'm good to go.
You go with your sash.
Yeah, I'm good to go. I'd rather go out kind of being a winner, because then I get sad when they don't say me, so I'm just like, Like I was telling my little girl, Mom, that you don't win, don't cry. And she's like, okay, Mom, I won't. I think I was more bummed out than her that she didn't win. I was like,
She was just running around.
She
and
didn't
having a
care.
good time.
That's why she's like, "Is your little girl still here?" I'm like, "Yeah, she got it." They gave her a Barbie. The sponsors, they gave them Barbies and all kinds of stuff. Forget it. That was her prize right there. I'm like, "Where is your crown?" She's like, "I don't know." I'm like, "Oh my God." She had it right there on the chair, but her and Shelly's little girl were like into their Barbies. And I was like, "Well, this is what it's about, I guess."
Yeah.
They came out a winner. They had their goodie bag with their Barbies, and that was where it was at.
The giveaways are great all the time. That's when I feel like I won. I'm like, oh,
yeah. See, and I didn't know they gave you stuff. The first freaking bag, my mom's like, "What is that?" Mom, I don't know. They gave it to me because she went to that one, and then I was like, I was expecting like a bag of peanuts, like just here
for participation.
Yes, so I was like, just give me peanuts and I'll be fine. Like, why do you want peanuts? Because I like them and they're simple and they're thoughtful. Like, here's some peanuts, you know? No, I got home with all kinds of good stuff. I was like, man, I'll go lose every time then. Give me some more stuff.
Yeah, I have a bunch. I still haven't even, I mean, when you win even Queen, you get all kinds of certificates. This past one, I got a bunch of them that I'm still getting. You know, they're like, "Oh, we forgot to send you this gift certificate." I'm like, okay.
And like, it's too nice stuff, huh?
And it's nice, yeah.
The show I'm going to come out in, we're actually sponsoring.
Oh, okay.
He's sponsoring with his stuff, and I'm sponsoring with the podcast here.
Oh, okay.
So we're freaking cool.
Awesome. And that's
We're so cool. Yeah, December, I think the second weekend. I'm not sure what it is, the 12th or the 16th or something.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's gonna be up there. Truly's actually doing the. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's doing that one, so it's kind of cool. Like, let's go see.
Yeah. She does such a good job hosting it, but she's done it for so long, so.
Yes, that's what I told her last time. I want to get you on here too to talk about it.
Yeah.
I just feel like once more women see that we're just like everybody else, like, look at you, you're so humble about everything. Yeah. And I'm still like, can I just touch her? Just with one finger. So it's like, you know, like you said, inspiration to get out there and do it. Because a lot of times you just waste your time thinking and wanting and...
Or should we? Or...
Yes.
Yeah, I'll just do it.
See, like, all this is just for fun for me. This ain't me.
Yeah.
I'm just like, let's see, I'm gonna go. A ver qué. But I like it. Yeah, I like it. I like the people. And yeah, like I said, this last one, December, I'm done.
Oh, okay.
I'm done. I came home and number 2, so I'm good to go. Yeah, but I will still be around.
Yeah.
I'll still be around. I want him to go further with the photography también. And I just, me gusta el escándalo. Yeah. Honestly, that's where it's at. I love people. I love interacting with everybody. And then just seeing everybody all dressed up so pretty.
That's me. I love to see all
I just love everybody. They seem like live Barbies to me. And then like it's so like from head to toe. It's like, so pretty.
That's the part I love. You know, the whole fashion, and they get into it, and you know, and they go all out, you know. Like, I love it.
And it's people from everywhere, guys. Don't think you have to be, oh my God, no. Like there's teachers that are in there. Yeah. You're a nurse, right? That's your title. You got a nurse. I met another nurse, Lori. I don't know if you know her.
Oh, yeah. I met her at the first one, I think.
The Hawaiian, right?
The Hawaiian.
Yeah, and it's just people from all walks of life.
Yeah.
So don't think about it, guys. Freaking do it. Yeah. Do what she says. She knows best.
Sometimes.
Yeah, it is what it is. It is. You're 10 magazines.
Yes, I'm very blessed.
So when she's big stuff, remember she was here on the couch with me. Is this your first like actual interview on?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I love that. I love it so much. Thank you for coming. Yeah. All right, guys. You will share your handle. Where can they find you on Instagram?
Miss Jax _XOXO.
I will put it up. So follow her. If you have questions, direct yourself to her.
Yep.
All right, guys. Con eso los dejo. Have an amazing rest of your week. Y los adoro, raza. Bye.